Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Sethum and welcome back to another episode. Today, folks, as you can see behind me, there are my battle Rexes. So there are 19 in number, and behind them is my mutated Giga. Now, for those that haven't watched my videos previously and are new to the channel, the battle Rexes are mutated. They are fully mutated Rexes, so that means 20 mutations in HP and another 20 mutations in damage. They are leveled up, not fully leveled up yet, but not far from being maxed out either. So today I'm going to be taking on the Ice Titan. I'm going to be doing the fight itself as well as the cave all in one go without any cuts whatsoever. So if you folks enjoy this episode, please do not forget to support me on the channel by hitting that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new and haven't already for more similar content from myself. And if you have just subscribed, don't forget to hit that bell icon so that you get notified when I upload new videos. And why not check out some of my other videos here on this channel? Who knows, you might just enjoy them. Also, for those interested, you can always find me on the Sethum Discord. Links to this, of course, you can find down below in the video's description as well as in a pinned comment. So, as I was saying before, I am going to be taking on the Ice Titan. Behind me there are 19 Rexes. They are pretty close to being fully leveled up. As I mentioned, these are my battle Rexes, so therefore they are fully mutated. So this is what their stats look like. Now, some of them have 1 or maybe 2 levels more or maybe less. This is what they look like. Now, I know it says 40 of 20, but that's because I already bred the fully mutated ones to get the babies. So technically, practically, there's 20 of 20 mutations active in both patrilineal and matrilineal. I've got the items needed to summon on the Ice Titan, and I am going to be riding the Giga. Now, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with the Giga because these Titans do a lot of damage. Obviously, I'm going to leave my Rexes there. They are set to passive, so hopefully we don't take too long in the cave getting the artifact. We don't really want to leave them exposed out here on passive for too long, otherwise they won't be defending themselves. Now it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen because this is a mutated Giga. It's not anything special. It's got 1 damage mutation and 1 HP mutation. There is a good chance of me losing this Giga just because of the amount of health it has, which isn't all that great, especially compared to my Rexes. I'm going to try and get to the cave as quick as I can, but I think I'm going to have to reconsider how I get to the cave because with the Giga it's going to take a while. So I want to get there quickly. So I think I'm going to swap out to my owl. We'll pick up the Giga and then we'll fly there. What's going on? Something's going on. Right, let's quickly pick you up. And there we go. Oh, there we go. Obviously, with the Giga being on my shoulder, it is set to attack my target, so obviously it attacked the dire wolves and kind of they just melted. Now, I'm not going to show the coordinates for this cave because most people should know it. If you don't, just watch what I do. It's very easy to locate. It's ridiculously easy to locate, so I'm going to be flying towards it. At the moment, I'm not quite sure which way I'm exiting the snow biome, but it is on the outside of the, or just on the outside of the snow biome, the entrance to the cave. Let's see where I exit the snow biome. That'll give me an idea of where it is. Okay, right. Oh, I'm quite far. Okay, this is going to take a while to get there. Once I get to the entrance of the cave, what I'm going to do is I am going to obviously swap back to my Giga. I do have, let's just go on down a bit. I do have the items required to summon in the boss. So you will need corrupted hearts primarily for any Titan summon. You will need the artifact of the cave, but you don't need to bring it in with you because you can pick it up just before the terminal. And you'll need some items from creatures such as Rex arms, or depending on what you need, Therizina claws, stuff like that, depending on the Titan. I think they tend to be in the 10s, those items. So I think, like Spinosails and stuff like that, but they tend to be like 10. So they don't really require that much. But if you've got a decent creature and you've been farming them, they're quite easy to farm. Also important to note that some of the caves, like the Forest Titan cave, you can go and farm other Therizina claws in the cave itself because there are plenty of Therizina sources. So I'm going to land here. This is where the entrance of the cave is. I'm going to see if there's anything dangerous before I dismount. Okay, everything looks okay. Okay, there's a Pteranodon there, but not that bothered about it. Quickly pick up my owl. And then let's go inside. Now, I'm not going to bother trying to kill everything that's in the cave. That serves no purpose. If they don't aggro on me... Ooh, hello. So that was a Perlovia. If they don't aggro on me, I'm not going to bother with them unless they're in the way. And that's a different thing. Now, the good thing about going in with a Rex or a Giga in this particular cave is if you do get dismounted like I did there, it's probably going to result in the Giga attacking whatever has attacked you and you not fall off the mount whilst it's doing that. So it is a big advantage having a creature such as a Giga or a Rex in this particular cave, especially due to the Perlovias. As I said before, I'm not going to bother killing every single creature in this cave. I'm only going to bother with the ones that aggro on me, which primarily will be the Yetis and the Polar Bears, or Dire Bears, or whichever one you... They're called Polar Bears by the looks of it, and the Yetis. Those are the ones that aggro on the Giga. Now, the good thing about the Giga is that you can back out whilst biting. The biting does do a knockback, and so if you do it right, you should end up taking very little to no damage almost in this cave. The Rex does also have a bit of a knockback. However, the Giga's knockback is a bit bigger. As you'll see, I'll walk over Perlovia Mound and all that. They won't aggro on me. Sometimes they will do, but it's not a consistent thing. So as you can see, we're just walking in to our own heart's content. Just gonna have to be careful here with the Dire Bears. Now the whole idea is obviously the Giga has about 31,000 HP, something like that. And so I want to get through this cave with the Giga taking as little damage as possible, as I am going to put this Giga in the fight. Well, I intend to lead the fight, if you will, off of my Giga. As I said at the beginning, I don't know if it's going to survive. I'd like to think it will, but I think at the same time that 30,000 HP is not enough, bearing in mind the amount of damage that the Titan does do. The Titan also does a good amount of AoE damage. Most of the Titan's attacks are actually AoE. And seeing as my Rexes and Gigas will probably mount up around it, they're probably going to take a lot of damage. Now, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with the freeze abilities. In the past, it did not dismount, but I don't know if that's still a thing, if it dismounts. Now, if it does, on the bright side, I do have the tech suit with me, so I can cover myself. I'll just float above the Titan, well out of its reach, and just supervise and monitor the whole boss fight. Also, it's going to be interesting to see if the boss drops anything, because it is, at the end of the day, a boss. When the DLC first came out, there was barely anything that you could get that was even decent or even considerable. Actually, I think the only one that dropped anything at the beginning of the DLC's drop, basically, the only boss that I remember giving out anything would have been the Desert Titan. So it'll be interesting to see if the Ice Titan now gives anything, and if so, what it gives. With the Giga, if you got creatures behind you, you just look down and bite at the ground. It does have a massive AoE on the bite and will reach creatures behind its ankles, which is always good to know. So that's definitely a good ability that the Giga has, which the Rex does not. It comes in handy when you're dealing with allos, because they also do have that stupid bleed effect, which does take health down really quick, even on Rexes that nearly have 100,000 HP. Several of those allos can pretty much take down the Rex, providing that they are behind the Rex, because the bleed also slows down the Rex. So that makes it easy for the alloy to stay at the Rex's ankles, and if that's the case, then you're gonna have a hard time. Yeah, that's happened to me. It's gonna be a hard time ahead. Obviously, the Giga does not have that problem due to its massive AoE on its bite. So I'm gonna try and not aggro the Yetis to my left. As you can see, there's a Yeti right there. He's not bothered with me, so I'll keep that as is. There's another one right there. Okay, just making sure they're not sneaking up behind me. There's another one in front, so I'm going to stick to the wall. The downside of the Giga is its awful stamina. That guy's not aggro, that's good enough. I've just realized that I have taken some damage on the Giga, so I want to give it a chance to do well. That means I'm going to have to enable the gathering on the Giga. Also on the Rexes I have disabled gathering and corpse harvesting. I would like to try ideally to get the dermis of the Ice Titan, if that's a possibility. I doubt that it will be possible, but it's worth a shot. Okay, let's do it now. And those are enabled. We need some meat. Oh, there's a wolf. Nice colored as well. Nicely colored. I like that. Obviously, I don't think it was tameable, but hey-oh. Oh, wow. Alright, that should be enough. Otherwise, it's going to become over encumbered with things that we don't need. So, harvesting. Things do move around on the stupid wheel. Okay. Oh, there's another wolf there. Just want to double check. Okay. Funny enough, the wolf was after me, but it didn't attack the Giga. Big mistake. I mean, even if it did attack the Giga, because it's set to attack my target, it would have bit back and pretty much killed it. So, you know, not bothered about that. I should be fairly close to the artifact location. The artifact is not far from the summoning terminal, so the artifact is just around where that pool of water is, and the terminal is not far from here. Okay, and we have some Yetis over there that we need to sort out. We'll go and sort these guys out in a bit. Okay, one down. Right, wow, the levels on these creatures. Oh, there's another one. I did not see you. Okay, so I'm going to be biting at the water because there are creatures in the water. Sometimes you see them, sometimes you don't. There are obviously piranhas here as well, so we'll sort these guys out as... Might as well. Don't want any trouble off of them. Okay, quick look around. Everything looks okay-ish. Gonna quickly pick up the artifact. This is where the artifact is located. In my inventory, back on my Giga, and we are now safe again. There we go. So I'm just going to follow this path to the terminal. I will place the items in there. I will then open up the summoning portal, after which I will then, of course, mount the Giga and then dismount it. Wait for the Giga, for the thing to happen whilst I'm on the Giga's back, but dismounted. It does seem to work well that way. Now there is a Yeti behind me because I didn't want to fight it, so he should be following. Yeah, he's not too far. You see, I don't really want to fight all of these creatures, but if I have to, I have to. Well, that's a nice colored bear. Too bad I had to die. Right, I'm gonna sort this guy out because he's gonna cause problems. Okay, there we go. So, in terms of health, the Giga's done really well. Did not take too many hits. That's always good. it should be ready to fight. The summoning portal is up this path, so don't take the right path. That just takes you all the way around. Go up this path, and at the end we should have the summoning portal. I couldn't help it, I had to do that. I do like the Giga's roar. The first roar that the Giga ever had was okay. Sounded a bit more like a big truck, but this one sounds even better. So I do love the Giga's roar, as I do, of course, the Rex's roar. But the Giga's is special to me. It sounds like a Giga. You know, if you hear it, close your eyes. That's to me what a Giga would sound like, or should sound like, anyways. Obviously, there's no historical reference or anything to use, but I do like the roar. It sounds big and ferocious. Oh, there's a thing there that I want to pick up. Might as well. We are, after all, going into a hard battle, so if I can get some additional XP for my Giga, then why the heck not? There we go. So everything should be clear around here. I'm gonna open up the terminal, put in the items. So we've got Therizino claws, and we need 10 spinal cells, 100 corrupted heart, and the artifact. So that should be it. As I said, I'm going to mount the Giga, then dismount it and wait for things to happen whilst on its back. Now, I did leave my Rexes on the platform where the Ice Titan spawns. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. Hopefully they're still there. They are, of course, on passive, so I'll need to set them to attack my target and then get them to engage the Ice Titan. Oh, there we go. There it is. There's a Titan. Let's go for it. There we go. Attack my target. I don't know if they caught that. They're not doing anything. Oh, my mistake. That's my mistake. Oh dear. Right, I'm going to try and whistle. There we go. That worked. So, I am going, as I said, to take charge of this fight on my Giga. As you can see, my Giga does 2,592 damage. My Rexes do somewhere around 666, something like that. They do more if I'm mounted on them, which I'm not, and so that's the way it is. Okay, the Ice Titan is showing. Ooh, that's not good. Well, off I go. Don't want to get hit. It'll only take one hit off of this guy to one-shot me, so I don't want that to happen. I'm going to, of course, supervise the fight from up here. I'll let my Rexes and Gigas do their job. As you can see, they've taken the Ice Titan's health down really quickly. But he does... Oh, being drawn back to the center. He's going to heal, isn't he? Yep, he's healed. And you missed, buddy. Right, so from this point forth, I'm just going to be flying up here. I could try and take out my tech rifle and fire a few shots, but I don't really want to land next to him. Oh dear, I want to gamma down. It's too bright. Dear me. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Can't be this low on the ground. It's not a good thing. Right, need to be careful here. There we go, that's better. Need to be careful, I don't want to be in this guy's range, it's gonna hurt. So I guess we get a nice, good view of the fight. At this point in time, there isn't all that much that I can do. And the Ice Titan was drawn back to the center, meaning it healed, which sucks. because he was halfway down. So my creatures now have to do all that hard work again, and the problem is that half of them are already frozen. So I am going to make an educated guess and say that they will take a ton of damage. Now, very important to note, none of my Rexes, oops, excuse me, pick up there, none of my Rexes have any decent saddles. They are all primitive Rex saddles, which means they don't have the added protection. I have not had the fortune of finding me a decent blueprint. Just wanted to see the damage numbers. He's doing a lot of damage to them. Obviously that jump does a lot of damage. I'm surprised the Giga is still in the fight, bearing in mind how much damage it has taken, and bearing the fact that, of course, it also has only 30,000 HP. So I don't think I'm going to be able to save my Giga at this point in time. That frost breath always scares me. I mean, by now he should have been down, but because he's healed, well, I guess I have to do it all over again. Now, of course, this is my favorite Titan of all three. Primarily because he looks amazing, and secondly, I like his attacks the most. I find them the most useful. Even the jump in itself is an attack, so I'm gonna get my skinning tool ready. I'm gonna try and land on top of him just as he goes down, and maybe whack him once or twice and try and get the dermis off him. I don't know if that's gonna work out. I can see the Rexes kind of oh, there goes my Giga. Dear me. Oh, that sucks. See, now they're all frozen and they're taking damage. So as I was saying, I'm going to try and land on top of him and whack him once or twice as he dies, if I get a chance. If not, well, better luck next time. I am determined to get this guy's dermis. I just don't know how the heck I'm going to go about doing it. I might need to consider another way of killing it so that the Rexes don't devour it. Now, obviously, the problem here is I've got multiple Rexes. There are actually 19 Rexes. And what I can see happening is when it comes to the last 2-3 attacks, say all the 19 Rexes wanting to bite at different times, the first one that kills it, the second one will probably devour it, and that could happen just before I get there, so I can see that being a problem. If that's the case, I'll have to figure out another way of getting this guy's dermis, but I will get his dermis at some point somehow. I just don't know how. I could come back with a man of armor, but that'll take a long time to do. Again, he's frozen my Rexes, which kind of sucks for them. And he hasn't got all that much HP left, so hopefully he doesn't get drawn back to the center, because if he does, that would be terrible. I mean, on the bright side, yeah, I did lose the Giga, but I can always get more Gigas out with the exact same stats. The only shame about that Giga was the fact that it was a nice color that I liked. It was a mutation color, but it's alright. I'm not bothered about colors. I'm more of a practical guy and prefer the stats more to the colors. Of course, I will of course try and put some colors that I do like on my creatures, especially if I've spent all that time mutating them. So, oh, hello, goodbye. Oh, you had to do this right at the end, didn't you? Oh, dear me. You couldn't stay underneath me so I can get a good shot at getting your dermis, did you? Well. Oh, he's nearly dead. The thought of landing on this guy's back and waiting for him to go down has crossed my mind. I just don't know if that'll work. I don't want to be that close to him. Now, I suppose the fortunate thing is that, of course, I do have the tech armor already unlocked, so that is a major benefit. But if I didn't, I would most definitely be using a snow owl to stay above him. As you can see, I am well out of his reach and range, so he should go down soonish now. He's nearly there. Oh boy, that didn't work out, did it? Oh dear me. Okay, well, that sucks. Okay, now there should be a bag. Oh, there is. So that bag should, of course... Ooh, you're quite messed up. Well, it's alright. We'll go back to base. You guys can heal, get a bit of a rest. And so this should be the Titan's bag. Okay, so this is what we get. So we do get stuff from him nowadays. It's pretty decent, I suppose. Not a bad haul. So as you can see, my Rexes have taken a bit of a beating. They would have taken down the Ice Titan a lot quicker if he did not get healed from being drawn back to the center. But that was one thing that factored in. And half of the fight, they were frozen and kind of given the Ice Titan loads of freebies. So what I'm going to be doing from this point forth is I'm going to be putting these guys back in a cryopod and take them back to base, which I'll probably do off camera. And of course, let them heal up, as this is going to take a long time to heal anyways. And afterwards, in a future video, I will use my Rexes to take on the Forest Titan. Here are the items that I got from this particular fight. So this time around, we do get some items. That is actually quite a good thing. Now, for those that want to continue watching this, I'm going to be putting my creatures in cryopods. I did want to kind of have a look at the stats and see how they're doing in health. And yeah, they look pretty battered. Some of them have gained a level as well, which is good. There's no point in leveling them up at this current time. So it's time to put my Rexes back in their pods. And as I said, there are a total of 19 Rexes. I did not see any of them die. I could have disabled the user interface for the fight, but I didn't want to see what I lose. This is actually one of the more toughest fights, if I'm honest. And what makes it tough is the Ice Titan's freeze ability, or the ability to freeze you and the mount. And so that's why my Rexes didn't do so well, or struggled a bit. Of course, that topped up with the fact that the Ice Titan healed. So they had their work cut out for them. They did very well. I am very pleased with that. I guess the Giga did help a tad bit. And so that was a good thing as well. So that's it. That's how I've done the Ice Titan. This is what I said I would do in one of my tutorials. I've done it. Now the thing is, I do want the Ice Titan's dermis. This is not a viable solution if you want the dermis. I, however, want it. We do have the head as an artifact and trophy, but that's going to go up on a wall. So I need to think of another way of killing the Ice Titan that allows me to get the dermis as well. The only thing that comes to mind at this current time is, of course, the Mana Garmers. However, I'm not quite happy with the Mana Garmers that I've got in terms of what they do, so I might end up trying to breed one for mutations. That's always a thing. So then the mutations I'd like would, of course, be health and damage. I think damage is a bit of a priority, especially if I want to take down the Ice Titan with a Manag armor. With a Manag armor, you can avoid all of the Ice Titan's moves, but you'll need a decent amount of health, a lot of stamina, and a great deal of damage. So what the standard Manag armor has is not really sufficient. I mean, if you do it right, you will have enough time to regenerate your health. There is that option as well, but I like to be a bit over prepared for fights like this, because at the end of the day they are end game content and things can go wrong. Now, it does not hurt to have your creatures a bit more stronger than what is recommended, just in case, just for when those moments where things go wrong actually happen. It still means you have a fighting chance. As I said, in the next video I will be taking on the Forest Titan once my Rexes are healed. So plan for me from this point forth is to take these guys back to base, give them about, I don't know, a couple of hours to half a day to heal, and then obviously take on the Forest Titan. I also want to take on the Desert Titan, so that is also a video coming out. And these guys have not yet finished because I want to use them to do a purple OSD. I might use these guys in combination with a Giga. I'm not sure exactly how, but we will also be doing the purple OSDs because, hey, why not, you know? Okay, we are now on the last Rex. Time to put him in a cryopod that keeps him safe, like so. And that's it. All of my Rexes are back in the cryopod safe. Time for me to go back to base and let these guys heal. That is it for this video, folks. I do hope that you have enjoyed it. If you have, please do not forget to support me on the channel by hitting that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and haven't already for more similar content from myself. And if you have just subscribed, don't forget to hit that bell icon so that you get notified when I upload new videos. And why not check out some of my other videos here on this channel? Who knows, you might just enjoy them. Also, for those interested, you can always find me on the Sethum Discord. Links to this, of course, you can find down below in the video's description as well as in a pinned comment. Until next time, stay safe, folks.